Hi, thanks for stopping by. The boxes? Well, it's moving day. And I was thinking maybe we could grab some pizzas, maybe some beverages, and you could help me move, if you wouldn't mind. I hope that, well, no, come back. It's not, it's not that moving day. In fact, I was just putting these away from some Christmas gifts. It's not that moving day. It's moving day for a gecko. I don't need the boxes, but I do need one thing. This past fall, I attended the NARBC show in Tinley Park. Great show. I've got the link right here if you want to visit that video and check it out. But I had planned a little bit before that show and already had some animals purchased. I did all the research, tried to find out as much information as I possibly could on those animals before I went to the show to pick them up, because I knew some people that were bringing some animals. But there was one animal specifically, Hemidactylus prashadi, that I was getting, and there was no information whatsoever on the internet about this animal. So I brought it in and I set it up according to how I have other African geckos set up. Just a regular small tank, 15 gallon. These are a little bit larger Hemidactylus, so I had a lot of hiding places, sand on the bottom, warm spot, cool spot. I thought I was set with these animals. Little did I know that I was completely wrong. After I purchased the animals, brought them in, set them up, I was online one day and a good friend, Troy Hargis, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, mentioned that he was breeding these animals. I thought, what a great opportunity to go right to the person that has been working with these animals and find out how he's keeping them. So I messaged Troy and said, hey, I've got these animals. How do you have them set up? Can you send me a picture, some description? And being a good friend, right away, he sent me back some information about these animals. And guess what? Not even close. He said keep them like day geckos, Phelsuma madagascensis, the giant day geckos, which is a more tropical, lots of plants, a more vertical rather than horizontal setup. They're not terrestrial, they like to climb, they're arboreal. I couldn't have been more incorrect with this setup. So today what we're going to do is we're going to move those geckos from my 15-gallon tank to a 20 high that's set up more tropical. Now, the big fear I have is that these animals are super fast. They're little jet fighters. So it's going to be a fun time trying to move these animals into a deli cup and then put them into the other container or other enclosure. We'll see how that goes. And also, in this video, don't forget, we've got the 2019 fan participation gift that we're giving away. So somewhere in this video, I'm going to mention a secret word or two that you can use in the comments to be entered into that giveaway. So don't miss that, somewhere in this video. So stay tuned. Let's talk about that tank that these Hemidactylus prashadi are sitting in. This is a 15 3 hides, a water dish, a food dish, a cork bark for them to hide around. They're certainly hiding right now, so we can't see them. Sand-based, you can see the flex watt as a heat source in the back. The warm spot is kept at around 90 to 95. The ambient temperature is usually in the 70s during the winter and around 75 during the summertime. So this is just a very basic setup that I had them in incorrectly. Not having a spare tank, I had to move out one of my pairs of crested geckos. This is a pinstripe pair, and you can see it's a basic setup. It's a 20 high or a 20 extra high, I can't remember. Bare bottom, some decorations, a hide box, and that's about it. So we'll be cleaning this tank out, and we'll be setting it up for the Hemidactylus prashadi. It'll be more of a tropical setup instead of this bare tank. Here's a really quick tip that I would like to share with everybody. If I'm doing a very quick cleaning, just getting the debris off the bottom of one of these bare bottom tanks, I take this putty knife and I scrape the bottom into a corner and pull it up and put it into a deli cup, throw it in the garbage. These putty knives are so easy to use with these bare bottom tanks. I'll do a full cleaning about 3 to 4 times a year, but for a quick cleaning, these putty knives work great. As I mentioned before, Troy had indicated that these Hemidactylus prashadi prefer an environment similar to the Phelsuma madagarensis, the giant day geckos, which is humid, more vertical rather than horizontal. That's why we're using the 20 high. But I'm setting up the substrate now with this Zilla Jungle Mix. I love, love, love this product. It holds moisture. It's easy to work with. It's just a great substrate. So we're going to put about 2 inches of substrate into this enclosure and spread it around. And there's our putty knife again. Such a great tool to have in a reptile room. Again, I'm making this about 2 inches deep or so. This might actually even become a bioactive enclosure as I keep these geckos a little bit longer, but I at least want to get them established in this different environment for now. And now for the decorations, and I don't really have a hide big enough for these animals, as I realized from the previous enclosure. So I'm taking this, I don't even know what it is, maybe a sushi dish or something. I'm taking this dish, I'm taking my tin snips, and I'm cutting out a hole. It works really, really well on these plastic dishes. Cut out this notch. I'll make sure that the edges are very clean. I want them rough but not sharp, if that makes sense. If it's rough, then the geckos can use it to help them with the shed. If it's sharp, then it potentially could cut them. Do a little check on the edges here, a little cleanup, and it's good to go. In the tank it goes. And he had a lot of success using cork bark, especially these rounds. You can see the huge hole in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and clean this off a little bit and add it to the tank and hope that they really enjoy it and hope that it's ultimately used as a breeding location. Hey, I bet you're waiting for that secret word that you can use down in the comments to be entered into the 2019 fan participation gift giveaway. It's coming, so stay tuned. Let's go ahead and throw in a couple of branches. This one looks to be a little bit too long. Doing a quick measurement, what I'd like to do is have these branches go from one end of the tank to the other, but not quite this long. So it looks like I have some adjustments to do. At this point, I should have a measuring tape and some kind of a little hand saw to take care of this. But I'm just going to eye it up and a quick crack over the knee, and we have 2 pieces that fit just perfectly into this tank. Here's our finished product. I need to go out and buy a plant for this tank in the next couple of days, but so far I think this is adequate to be able to move these 2 animals in. You can see these Hemidactylus prashadi as I get a little bit closer are just beautiful, beautiful animals. But they, again, are so very fast. Here's where it gets tricky. My plan is to go in with a 6-inch deli cup while that second animal is in the hide and catch the first animal that's sitting by the top here, the top that's wide open. This should be interesting. And here's where it all fell down for a big fail. I bet you're thinking right now that this very, very, very fast gecko somehow got out of that open top, easily got out of that open top, and found its way somewhere else in the gecko room, and it took me hours and hours to find it again and catch it. That's not the case at all. And the worst thing is, I don't even have footage of this next thing happening. Now, I can blame this on running out of battery or an issue with the camera or even my inability to videotape this. But plain and simple, it was my goof. I was really, really worried about these animals getting out, so I stopped the videotape so I could get closer and control the deli cup a little bit better. I went in with the deli cup, the animal moved, I dropped the deli cup and put the lid down as quick as I possibly could. What happened next is short of a miracle. The animal jumped down into the deli cup and sat there. I went ahead and grabbed the lid, opened the top, put the lid of the deli cup on the deli cup, and voila, I had the gecko. I can't tell you how quickly my emotions went from being thrilled that I had caught the gecko to being completely disappointed that I didn't have it on tape. With that second gecko still sitting under the hide, I had a moment of brilliance, and yes, it happens once in a while. I put the deli cup over the hide,
and pulled the hide forward to the front of the tank, put the top under the hide and slowly picked it up and got the second gecko in the deli cup. Easy as that.
Hey, are you ready for that secret word for the 2019 fan participation gift giveaway? Well, here it is. I've been talking about research in the beginning of this video, and it's a very, very important thing for you to do before you obtain animals. And again, for this Hemidactylus prashadi that I got, there was just no information. Go online, find out from me or somebody else that works with animals, and see if you can start that networking and get more research from somebody that actually has worked with these animals. Back to the giveaway word, let's use research. So you can be entered into the giveaway for this video simply by typing in the word research down below in the comment. Don't forget to do that. Do that now.
We have that 20 high set up for these Hemidactylus prashadi, and we have the prashadi captured. Let's wish ourselves good luck in putting these away. Want to make sure that that top is secure. It's sitting on the tank correctly. I take these deli cups and I open them partially so that I can put them in the tank and then completely open them once they're in the tank. And here we go. This is the first animal. I take off the lid. I gently take away the hide that it was in. And we're going to watch this animal hopefully not jump out of the tank. And looks like it's settled down. Gently nudge it a little bit, and off it goes. Right to the top. That top is secure, so it's not getting away. Let's go ahead and add the second animal, and I'm going to go through exactly the same procedure. I loosen the lid a little bit so that it's ready to go into the tank. Once it's in the tank, then I unloosen that lid just enough to let the animal go out. Let's go ahead and give it a little nudge. And off it goes right into the hide that we just put in. So far, so good. And that's that. The animals are out of the old tank, into the new tank. The name tag goes on, and we are all set. Success.
Hey Gecko fans, thanks for tuning in today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit that like button below. If you're not a subscriber, make sure that you're subscribing and hit that notification all so you don't miss any future videos. If you want a link to the giveaway rules, I'll put that right over here. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.